Hello there, you are welcome to our very first episode on Women's Watch. My name is Abigail Hussaini, and today we are talking about menopause. Menopause marks the end of a woman's reproductivity, as menarche marks the beginning of a woman's reproductivity. Now, what is menopause? We say menopause marks the end. What happened? Why does it mark the end? Why does menarche mark the beginning? At menarche, the ovaries begin to manufacture the fertility hormone, which brings about menstruation. But at menopause, these hormones now begin to disappear. It begins to decline, bringing about the things we are going to discuss today. Now, why are we so interested in menopause, and why do women have problems during menopause? These hormones that we call the reproductive hormones have a lot to do in keeping the woman in shape, keeping her in the shape she's supposed to be, both emotionally, physically, and otherwise. But at menopause, when these hormones begin to decline, a lot of problems begin to show up. Now, before I go on, I would like to make it clear that the problem that comes up with menopause are natural. And naturally, menopause comes up, we say, from the age of 45 to about the age of 50. To some other women, it comes earlier. To some, it comes later. Now, what are the problems that we anticipate during menopause? Now, menopause itself is a cessation of menses. But what we are going to talk about today is the pre-menopausal problems, the crisis that comes with menopause. There are things a woman will begin to experience before menses itself stops. Now, what are those problems and when do they come? This problem can come years before menses stops. To some women, it lasts for months. To some other women, it lasts for years before menses ceases and after menses has stopped. Now, number one, most women will experience mood changes. The woman sometimes becomes very depressed. At other times, she becomes very elated. At other times, she becomes angry. She feels irritated. It is because of menopause coming up soon. And sometimes we misjudge them, thinking it's a problem, it's a psychiatric problem. But when menopause is coming, we call that mood swing. The woman mood begin to swing either way. Now, another thing, the woman may feel what we call the hot flashes. She becomes extremely very hot. At night, she may sweat extremely, and the next moment she's feeling cold again. There's changes in her feelings. She becomes very cold this moment. The next moment she is very hot again. That's what we call the hot flashes. And women, premenopausal women, also have problem with sleep. They find it very difficult to sleep. Naturally, every normal woman should have a normal sleep of 7 to 8 hours, which we consider normal in every woman. But to a premenopausal woman, she may sleep for 1 hour and wake up, sleep for another 30 minutes and wake up. And some others may not even be able to sleep at all. They find it very difficult to sleep, and they depend on medication to sleep. Another very serious problem is that they experience dryness. They become dry, the skin becomes dry, skin changes, hair begin to fall off. You've discovered that a woman who has had very long hair in her youthful age begin to lose hair, both on the hair, on the armpit, and in the pubic area. The hairs are going away. Why? Because the supportive hormones are now declining in production. There's also changes in her reproductive parts. These women are dry, and they tend to have what we call dyspareunia, that is painful intercourse, because the mucous lining around that area now becomes dry. There's also a change in menstrual pattern. The menses becomes heavier or lighter. It's either heavier or lighter, and the time between the cycle becomes longer. You discover that a woman will tell you she had her menses at the beginning of this month. The next month, she expects to see it at the beginning of the month, and at the end of the month, she's seeing it, or she's skipping months. So the cycle becomes longer, or the menses becomes heavier or lighter. A woman who usually sees her menses maybe 3 days before, she's now seeing it 5 days and is heavy, or she's now seeing it a day or two and is very light. Those are challenges that come with menses, with menopause. Then also there is reduced libido. Reduced libido means the desire to have intercourse. She no longer have interest in intercourse. There is no feeling because the area is dry. She experiences pain during intercourse. So those are all the things that makes her, and psychologically she does not feel like having it anymore. So the premenopausal women will now tend to hate intercourse. Then there's also increased risk of urinary tract infection. They have dysuria often. What is dysuria? Painful urination. So when the woman passes urine, she feels pain, and they have this problem repeatedly. This also comes as a result of menopause. Now, when this problem starts coming up, you consider the age of the woman, because there are some other things that can bring about these problems. So when the woman comes to present with this problem and she's 28 years, nobody thinks of menopause. We think of other problems. But if she's around 40, 45 and she's presenting with all these problems, she's likely to be slipping into menopause. Now, there is a natural menopause. There's also an unnatural menopause. Natural menopause, when the woman gets to the age, slowly and slightly she slips with all this problem into menopause. But there are some other women that is due to either disease condition or surgery. Then there is the surgery now makes this production of this hormone to cease abruptly, and then she will also have this problem, but she will also enter menopause. Now, when this problem comes up, what do we do? Because there is no, once you approach the age of menopause, you start experiencing or expecting this problem. When they begin to come up, what do we do? Now, like I said earlier, the premenopausal crisis has no treatment, but it has remedy. When the woman is now having so much problem that is beginning to interrupt or disturb her day-to-day activity, then she begins to seek for help. And then the treatment depends on the symptom, and the symptoms are taken care of one after the other. Now, if a woman has problem with sleep, we'll now begin to look at giving her something that will make her sleep, or placing her on a diet that will make her sleep. So what do we do to help this woman? Now, a woman, premenopausal woman that is having problem with sleep will be advised not to take coffee, because coffee is another thing that disturb sleep. Should be advised not to take coffee. Take cold bath at night before going to bed. Eat a light meal at night, and then make herself comfortable at night so that she can sleep. But if she takes things that will disturb her sleep, that will make her to have further problems. So also, like woman who has longer or shorter menses, those ones, there are absolutely nothing the woman can do about it. She just have to cope with it until the menses finally stops. But if a woman is having problem like dry skin, which is the most common problem too, when estrogen and progesterone stop being produced, there is every tendency that the woman's skin will become rough and dry. Then at this time, the woman will now need to look for moisturizer or oily skin product for her skin. And if it's a woman that previously used harsh cream on herself or bleaching cream, this is a time to stop, because that will further make her skin dry and distorted. Okay, for reduced libido, it's a psychological thing, and there's basically nothing that can be done about it. They have to work on their mind and bring their mind to work along with their feelings. Then next, the woman should always talk about this problem to other women that have gone through it before, or women that are older than her. That will help her to be able to go through this process, because it has come to stay. It will stay for years. It will take a long time for it to go away. She will need to talk to somebody who can help her go through it. She can even talk to healthcare providers so that they can explain to her what is going on with her and what to do about it. But if the problem persists and is persisting for too long, and she thinks she cannot cope with the challenges that come along with it, she can get to the hospital, complain about her problem. And like I said before, the problem that comes with menopause has no cure, but there are solutions that can help her go through it with ease. as the problem comes, according to the problem she experiences at different times. She can talk to healthcare providers. She can get help from the hospital. Then also menopause. A woman is said to have attained menopause when she has not seen her period for 12 consecutive months. So all these problems we are talking about can come like we said before, can come years before and can still persist even after menopause has been attained. But a woman is said to have attained menopause when she has not seen her monthly menses for 12 consecutive months. Thank you for watching. That's all we can take for this week. And next week we'll be reaching you with another interesting topic. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. I am Abigail Husseini.